Hey guys, what's going on? Coach Johnson here again today. Going to go over an introduction to our 3-3 high defense. Um, Again, the 3-3 high, a little bit different than your typical 3-5 that you may be used to. So, again, guys, if this helps you out or gives you ideas or thoughts on what to do, that's what it's all about. Okay, so um, again, make sure if you like the video to subscribe to the channel if you want to be updated whenever I drop new videos. Right now, I'm just looking to drop, one or two a week. Again, if it helps anybody out there, great. Again, take it for what it's worth. Again, make sure that you do what is best for your team and your players. I can't stress that enough throughout any of my videos. So, I think what makes the 3-3 too high safety look um, different than what you're typically going to see is that we use a lot of split field coverages in what we do. Today is just going to be an introduction and kind of going through our fronts. So, um, again, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. All right. So here we have our basic fronts in our 3-3 stack. Again, all these are going to be drawn up to spread deuce formation. Um, some of these fronts we would not use against the spread, but again, just to give a general idea of what we do and how we do things. Okay. So this is how we generally set up our defense and our typical base formation, which is our stack. Okay. We are basically heads up. Okay. Heads up with the tackles, four techniques. Really, I like to have my guys shaded inside eye to outside eye of the tackle. That way, when they read their keys, they're able to react off of that and be in the proper position. So basically, we have our ends, then we have our tank, who in our normal forefront in years past was our three tech. We have a lion, which is our left stack backer, a monster, which is our middle backer, and a ram, which is our right stack backer. We then play with what we call a buck. Again, some teams call it a bandit, a star, nickel, I guess, if you want. Okay, but for us, in our terminology, it's our buck. We have our shark, which is our strong side safety. And then we have our falcon, which is our weak side safety. And then obviously, corner on each side. As I said, we do like to play a lot of split field coverages. I'll cover that in another video. Again, this is just more of an introduction and a couple different fronts that you can look at and that we tend to play. So this stack formation is our base front. Okay, this is our day one teaching front. Next, we have our stack in. Okay, now we are going to play in a 4-eye technique with our ends. We're still head up with our tank directly over the center. Our mic is still stacked up directly on top of our tank. When we go in, stack in, our stack backers, our lion and our ram are basically going to take a step out. Okay. And they're going to be basically outside the feet of each tackle on both sides. Again, nothing else changes for anybody else on the field except for our stacks and our ends. Okay. And again, when you'll see as we go through, when we get to blitzes and things like that, we can call those from any of these fronts as well. The next front, and again, we wouldn't typically use this against spread teams, but you can. This is our out front. Now, again, our ends are going to be completely outside of those tackles. Like I said, in our base formation, we want that four tech or that kind of split that crotch. Now, we want our ends to be completely outside. Their inside foot is going to be outside of that tackle's outside foot. By doing that, our stack backers, they're actually going to creep in a little bit, um, up a little bit, and in a little bit. All right. So now basically, um, your stack backers, our line and our ram, are kind of that 40 uh, 40 technique to that 4-eye. A lot of times if we do go with an out front, we might be getting some kind of 5-man pressure here with one of these with one or two of these inside backers. Okay. The next front we have is our 5. Again, not necessarily a front that we would line up um, against spread. Uh, we do and we can. Obviously, you need to make sure that your coverages behind that you're playing are sound and solid. That's one thing you'll always hear me say is it's okay to be aggressive on defense, but don't be stupid. Okay, I love to be aggressive, but I don't like to be stupid, and I like to make sure that I have the personnel to cover what we're seeing out there. Um, Basically, this is our version, almost the bear front. Okay, we're going to go, our ends are pinching down, their heads up on the guards. Our tank is still heads up on the center. Our lion and our ram are basically in 5 techniques, and our buck and our monster are reading those keys. Okay. Again, if we were to um, play this against a spread, most likely you would probably see again, this is a version of a sim pressure for us as well. Both these guys could drop back out, and now we're basically in a 3-4 technique. And that's the one thing that I can say with the 3-3 stack is that you can be versatile and multiple while still being simple. Okay. Multiplicity and simplicity can go hand in hand, in my opinion, at least. Okay. And the last one, as far as our fronts go, this is our stack 5. Now I know you may say, well, coach, you just said the last one was 5. And how is this stack 5? Well, again, all the rest of our fronts are based off of stack. So our base front is stack, and then we're in, out, 5, and then stack 5. Okay. Stack 5 is when we go to your more traditional, what you see, especially more at the high school level, your typical 3-5 kind of front. All right. And to get there, you see, we didn't really change anything with our stack backers. We're still in our normal base stack kind of alignment. The only difference is that we've already rolled down this Falcon, this weak side safety down to the weak side. And typically we're going to play some cover 3 behind that. Again, you can bring pressures. One thing I will say within this is that you will not always have a, um, very rarely will you only have 3 guys rushing. So most of the time, you are going to be bringing, a lion or a ram or your monster here. And as we progress into more videos, you'll see how we do that. I think the best thing about the 3-3 stack with a 2 high look is that, again, you can be versatile, multiple, and yet still keep it simple in front of you. So again, guys, like I said, just a short video today, introducing some of the fronts that we use when I start to talk about some pressures and some other things coming up in the next future videos. So again, make sure to click the like button, subscribe if this interests you. Please feel free to leave comments, questions, things that maybe you'd like to see covered in the future. As I said before, this channel will typically be devoted to defense, defensive drills, pursuit, things like that. So hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.